the most important topics in our life seems the most boring. And I want to tell you that if you do not plan for your inheritance, the dispute bites you first. And I want to demonstrate. Sometimes you have seen families where the person holding the family together, the moment he unfortunately dies, um, sometimes he may stay for 2 weeks, 2 months, even a year before he is put to rest. Why? Because most of the time we believe that the person who gets the death certificate first or who arranges for the burial is the person who has the right to inherit. And that is why I keep on telling you that sometimes talking about it, talking about this particular area, as much as it's boring to the entire family because they may be thinking that you are actually bidding them goodbye, it's more courageous than keeping quiet. The people who you try to protect most are your family members, because in your absence, the parents, and that is your parent to be particular, and your spouse, you don't know how they can change, especially when we are talking about the assets. To protect your family from your relatives scavenging, you can just do this: form a trust, then give instruction to that trust. And I said that forming a trust is cheaper than doing a will 10 times in terms of cost, in terms of time taken, and the authority that the trust has is more than the will. If you do not want to have that discussion with your family, that is in matters inheritance, the person who will have the ultimate power to decide who gets what in terms of what you own, you are not related with in any way. So there's no emotions, there's no vision, or maybe good intention, that is put towards dividing those assets. So while you are still alive, why don't you do that? And I've talked about this before. Inheritance is not for the old people. No. Inheritance planning actually is a responsibility, a very noble responsibility for everyone who is starting to accumulate. You could be 20, but you have so much. You could be 50, but you start just beginning. So, if you would be interested to understand more about how you can form a trust and why it's very, very important, you can call this number 0719 265 155. You can equally do the word legacy, and I'll be able to reach out so that we can explore different types of trust that probably can fit you. You know, the thing about the trust is that it's very, very malleable. Yeah, what we mean by that is you can structure it any way you want. But what is very important is during the amendment, every year you are allowed to relook into your trust and say, actually, I want this person removed. I want him put as my beneficiary. And that is why I would like us to have that discussion. It's a very, very, very important thing. So without trying to convince you how important it is, remember this: if you do not plan for it, the first person it bites, it's you. Yeah, even before you are put down. Yeah, what your relatives are thinking is what you owned and who will get what. So call me and I will be able to give you I don't want to overpromise, but I will help you structure something that can help your family.